How to improve Shopify SEO. So in this video, I'll be providing you 7 ways that you can improve the Shopify SEO for your Shopify store. So let's start. So number 1 is a very easy fix that many Shopify stores just don't do, right? And so this will put you ahead from a lot of Shopify stores out there, and that is fixing your product titles. So again, most Shopify stores, right, name products creatively, but customers don't search creatively, right? So here's examples of what I'm talking about, right? Cloud Comfort Hoodie, Midnight Runner, the Everyday Tote, right? But when people are actually searching for products that they maybe want to wear, like t-shirts or hoodies, right, they might write something like man's oversized gray hoodie, right? Or black running shoes for men, right? Or woman's canvas tote bag, right? So you can see the big difference right there on how people actually search for products, maybe when they're on ChatGPT or Google, right? And so you want to make sure that you have your products titles also like that for your own store, right? So here's a simple formula that you could copy, right? You could do who is it for plus product key feature, right? And that's it. So an example, if we go to my Shopify store, right, my demo store, right, I could just use this, right? Light blocking sleep mask, right? For sleep light blocking sleep mask 8, right? So I'm telling you what it is, right? So it's a sleep mask. What would it help with? Light blocking, and it will be an 8, right? So that's it. Then click save, right? So you don't have to go creatively, right? Because that's not how customers are searching for products, and that's something that you need to remember when you're writing your product titles for your Shopify store, right? Next is rewrite your product descriptions. Make them useful, not empty, right? So most descriptions, right, are too short or just copied, right? And Google needs a bit more context, right, when it wants to show your product when people are searching for that specific product, right? So example again, high quality hoodie, comfortable and stylish, right? Better, right? Let me just move this here, right? This men's oversized gray hoodie is made from soft cotton for all day comfort. Designed with a relaxed fit, it's perfect for casual wear, lounging, or laying in colder weather, right? You can see the big difference right there, right? I'm providing like a better story right here in the description, right, for the customer to review and also for Google to get that context, right, when they want to provide that search result to the customer, right? Another example, durable leather bag. If that was my description, right, that's not a good description, right? So we want something better, right? This black leather cross bag is designed for everyday use, right? So I'm describing a little bit more the leather bag, right? I know now I'm providing Google, right, and the customer a bit more context. It's a cross bag, it's a crossbody bag, right? And it's designed for everyday use, right? Featuring an adjustable strap, right? I'm providing much more secure zipper closure, right? I'm providing now the features of the bag, right? And enough space for your phone, wallet, and essentials, right? Big difference from durable leather bag to this description, right? You can see the difference right there, right? And a bonus thing that you can add in descriptions, which will help Google a lot, and Google likes this as well, is that you can add is this like a frequently asked question section, right, for your product, right? So for example, for this leather bag, right, I would be like, is this true size? Is the material real leather, right? And provide an answer, right? Can this be used for travel? Yes, right? So that's a bonus thing because Google likes to have as much context as possible so that they can show your product when people are again searching for a leather bag, right? And yours will come up number 1 because you're providing so much value to Google that they have no choice but to promote your product in the search result. Number 3, which is optimizing your image, right? And I'm guilty of this. I'm also one of them that ignores these type of things, right? So, and that is updating your file, your images names, right? So before uploading, right, instead of just having like image number.jpg, right? You can actually write the name, right? Rename it. Be like man's gray oversized hoodie, right? Black leather cross bag, right? So this is something really, really important, and Google needs this because sometimes Google doesn't know what it's looking at, right? And so you need to describe the product to Google, right? So that Google knows what the image is. And so one way you can do this actually, if you have already uploaded your images to your Shopify store, is you can actually go to your Shopify store, right? Select the image. And as you can see here, you have the alt text option, right? And so for this, I would just use Shopify's description of it, right? So a person wearing a black mask in bed with a dark background. That's it. Save, right? And so Shopify now provides you with descriptions. You can just use those, right? And so now you're just providing Google, again, more context on what it is looking at. And so once it knows that, it will again be able to provide your product to the right customer when they're searching for it on Google. So the next one is clean up your URLs and handles, right? So you don't really need to worry too much about this, and that's because Shopify does this pretty much in the background when you're uploading your first product, right, to Shopify, right? So let's say if it doesn't for some reason, right, I'll show you right now how to change it. So we'll take this product here example, right? You can scroll down and you should see the option search engine listing. You can click the pencil to edit, and then from here you'll see the URL handle, right? And you can actually customize this. So I would customize this one just because it's so long, right? I would just like keep it that short, like that, right? And you can see the before and after, right? And it will automatically redirect the URL, right? So for customers, right? And then I can just go ahead and click save. And there we go, right? And so you could customize your URL handle. And again, this will just make it look cleaner so that when Google's crawling your Shopify store, right, it will know what it's looking at, and it just likes how everything is structured correctly. So that's something really important to remember when fixing these small SEO tips for a Shopify store. So the next thing is fill out the search engine listing preview, right? So many people don't touch this, and you want to make sure, again, you don't really need to worry too much about this. And that's because Shopify pretty much takes what you're adding from the title and description, right? And it will add that to the description, right? Again, you could go ahead and just customize it so that maybe you don't like how it looks and you want to change certain things. You can go ahead and change it, right? And so as you can see here, like it provided everything that I added in my description, right? I again would not have this like this. It's just an example, but like I would like remove a lot of it and just like keep it really short as well, so that I could provide Google with enough context that it can help rank my product when people are searching in Google, right? So that's how you edit the description, right? And you want to make sure you fill this in because many people don't do this, right? And again, you don't really need to worry about it, but you just want to make sure that it looks good, right? Because again, this one does not look good, right? Because it just took everything from my description and put it here. So you want to just make sure it looks really good, right? And a bonus tip is that when you go to your online store and you go to preferences, right, you can actually customize your social sharing image and SEO, right? So of how you want your store to look like as well, right? Like the meta description when you're sharing it, like on X, LinkedIn, Instagram, all those places, right? You want to make sure you have this updated really good so that it looks clean when you're sharing it on those platforms as well, right? So the next thing is we have here, we have filled out, we did this, right? So you want to use collections properly. So this is something that many stores don't really use, and you want to make sure you use this. This could be like an extra like easy thing that you can do to help your SEO on Shopify, right? And so collections aren't just organization, right? They rank on Google, right? So here's a bad collection name, right? Summer collection. Google does not really know what, like it knows it's summer collection, but it doesn't know when to show this to a customer, right? But if you write women's summer dresses, right? Or women's summer dress women's summer dress collection, right? Or men's running shoes collections, right? Or men's running shoes, right? Men's, best-selling running shoes, leather bags for women, leather bags for men, right? Best leather bags for women, right? For summer. Those are all good collections, right? Those are just the titles that you want to have for your collection, right? And then of course you just want to add a small description for these for your collections, right? And you can do this really easily in Shopify. Go to products, collections, right? And you can literally add description right here, right? Again, it doesn't have to be that long. Like, I think this example I have here is like 1-2 sentences. Yeah, 1 sentence, right? So it doesn't have to be that long, right? And again, another example: Shop's men running shoes designed for comfort, durability, and performance, perfect for training, jogging, and everyday use, right? And so you want to take advantage of those collections when you're creating it inside Shopify, and just make sure you have it properly named, the product titles, right, of the collection, and a description as well. And last but not least, right, we have internal linking. Super simple, easy fixes that you could do, right, for your Shopify store, but many Shopify stores don't do this, right? And so that is, linking internally, right? So what does this look like? Let's say it wouldn't look too good, this example here, but we'll just do it. So let's say that the light blocking sleep mask aid, right, goes really well with a stainless dog bowl, right? Again, this is not a good example, right? But like, if I was here, maybe I would have like sleeping socks, special sleeping socks, right? That will help, right, with sleep, right? And they'll go well with this product, right? Then I would go ahead and literally link it. So you could do this by going here, right? Let's say this is the product I'm linking, right? And then insert link, right? And then from here, I will link, my product right here, right? And then just make sure I have the title correct, right? And have the option to either on a new window or same window, right? And insert link. And so you're doing this because, Google loves it when people are searching for a pretty good time inside your Shopify store, right? That means, that's giving a signal to Google, oh, okay, like they actually did a good job with linking, right? And people are looking. That means, let's promote this site a little bit more in our search results when people are searching for this ABC product, right? And so that's a very, very good sign for Google. And so small things like that will add up over time, right? Of course, you're not gonna see the results in like the first 24 hours, right? But in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, right? You'll start to see the results if done properly for your SEO, for your Shopify SEO, right? And so that's really, really important, right? And so that's pretty much it on ways that you can help improve your Shopify SEO. If you have any questions, comment down below, right? And I hope this helped, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.